All right. Come on in. Some of you will come in today. Some of you will not. Because you're not going to want to hear what I got to say. Hold on a second. You're going to go green for a second. Just go green. Yes, I just went green. Yes, I went green. You like that? I'm going to make some other little colors. You're going to go pink. You're going to go orange. You're going to go yellow. You're going to go green. Why not? Well, good morning to you. Welcome to Be So Light. My name's Felicia, also known as Priestess Michaela, and also Intia. In my other name of medicine, Taino, is Niana. So, with all the medicine names given already, here we go. So, this morning, first of all, let me back up. I titled this one called Step Into Your Power for a reason. What do I mean by that? We're going to talk about some things. As you come in, please hit that like button. Subscribe. Sure. You're good. Yum. All right. So, let's talk. Are you stepping into your power? Are you stepping into your power? And how do you know that you're in it? Are you stepping into it? So, here's the thing. Today's topic, what we're talking about, is very interesting because I kept asking Spirit, how do you want me to talk about some of the things that's happened to me in the past 48 hours? So, call it stepping into your power. I said, okay, fine, I'll call it that. So, here's the thing. So Friday, when Friday energy came in, with that new moon energy, I was just in a place of, how do I put this? Because I wanted to come on and talk about it, but I just kind of said, I'm just going to wait. So, first of all, let me talk about the program that I'm offering because it ties into what I'm getting ready to talk about. So, I have been trying to figure out the best way to offer spiral light therapy to my clients online, to people where it goes in fast, gets to the heart of what's going on, and we shift that energy so you can move forward. And this is what Spiral Light does. So I want to also say thank you to those of you that have been supporting me by buying my Spiral Light book, Spiral Light, Be So Light. Thank you so much, because that book is my branding of my work, of what I do. I talk about how Spiral Light is a really beautiful light energy, a plasmic charge, cosmic light energy that I work with dimensionally. And I'm just a vessel for it. And I love, love, love working with it. I like how fast and straight to the point that it is. I like how when I'm working with it, I like seeing the changes. But the things I'm going to talk to you today about, I'm actually trying to get my clients to do some testimonial writings on Erica's show, as well as on my Instagram, to talk about their experience with this treatment, the Spiral Light Detox Program. So the Spiral Light Detox Program is 3 days and is set right now at 125. You get 3 days. It's actually 4 more days. A little bit more than that too, but it's a surprise. So when you sign up to get to start your detox program, it's all etherical energy work. I'm working through your chakras, I'm working through your DNA, RNA, energy centers. I'm working through your blueprint, your soul blueprint, clearing out things, your past trauma, your mother, father cell, memory, cellular energy, any kind of generational energy. Spiral Light covers all of that, and it goes where it needs to go. My benevolent, divine, cosmic team that I work with is all about that. And this energy, like once when I talk about it, it comes from the 11th dimension. So a lot of times when it's working, the more open you are to changing the things that you want to change in your life, the faster it works and the deeper it goes. And you have to be ready. You can't just be sitting on your duff thinking, oh, well, she'll just take care of all of it. No, you have to participate in that. And that means if something comes up, you actually recognize it and say, okay, yeah, this is the issue I've been having. Yes, this is where it comes in. So I am always working with healers and light workers to always, when you do long distance healing work or when you are helping to facilitate healing work for others, you always have to get the story when it all started. Because if something is left out, then you're only getting part of the story, and then you're only able to do part of the work on the person because they left out the main details of stuff that was going on. So, for instance, if you have someone that has a neck injury and they keep complaining about neck pain and they've had this neck pain for 5 or 6 years, then you're sitting back saying, okay, well, how you had this neck pain, how come it's really bothering you now? And I said, well, I've had this neck pain for 5, 6 years. Okay, when did it all start? 5 or 6 years ago? What happened 5 or 6 years ago? See what I'm saying? You have to go back to that root when it occurred, because otherwise it's kind of like a root canal, or it's kind of like digging in for a cyst. A cyst that keeps reoccurring in the body, that keeps coming back, is only coming back because you didn't get the whole root of the membrane that anchored itself there when it first originally started. So if you go in and you claim out, say like you clean out a cystic abscess or whatever, you clean it out, and then you don't get that little membrane that's connected to the cellular tissue of the mucosal lining, you don't get all that out, that thing will come right back. It'll keep, and it'll grow and it'll get bigger and it'll come right back because you didn't get the whole membrane of that cleaned out. So say surgically you had to get that cleaned out. And if they don't get the whole thing, it comes right back. Okay. Same thing with this. If you don't tell your practitioner the whole story of when it all started, you'll still have the reoccurring thing happening to you. So it's the same with people who say, oh, well, I keep waking up at a certain time at night and I don't go back to sleep until this time. Okay, so when did this all start? What happened? When did this all start? What happened? Okay, this is how we lose our power. This is how we lose our power to situations. We lose our power to our health. We lose our power to our spiritual being. We lose our powers to just being who we are if you don't claim your power, if you don't step into it 100%. And when we give our power away to situations that occur into our life, we deplete ourselves and become powerless. At least that's what we think we are. Okay. One of my biggest things is you don't need anybody to validate you, to approve you of who you are. You are who you are. Divinely designed. You are who you are. You don't need anybody to approve of you, of who you are. You don't have to seek that approval from anybody to be who you are. Just the fact that you are alive and breathing and able to express yourself is proof enough. But some people, they need to have that because somewhere along the line, they have forgotten who they are and have lost their power. And there's things that occur in life where you feel like you lose your power of yourself. I've been there. I've been there after leaving my ex-husband, leaving a abusive relationship, getting out of that. You know, I really, when the stuff started, I stayed we were married for 4 years. I really should have got out of that after the second year. Should have said to hell with you, goodbye. But because I always think it's gonna change, I stayed too long. So I gave up my power. And here's the thing: being a woman in a being woman, being goddess energy, we are powerful beings. And there are some people that will just hook into that, especially in women, will hook into your woman energy just so they can feed off of it to make things happen for themselves. And then sometimes you have some women who don't even know how powerful they are and they still hook into other people's energy for that. So, like I said, I stayed too long in this relationship. And it's the same with jobs. It goes on with that. When jobs are not doing you right and you keep thinking it's going to get better and it doesn't, and you're being mistreated on a job, that's abuse too. So once again, you're giving up your power again. Because how do we give up our power? We give up our power because of something, of fear. That fear comes in and says, oh, well, if I don't participate or do it like this or be this way, I won't have this coming in to take care of what I need of this. And then this falls apart and I'm trying to survive. And we get all into this convolution of ourselves and we start really losing our power. We lose our power over situations, over ourselves, of what's coming in. So how do you get your power back? Well, you get your power back by stop allowing yourself to be the victim, to be disempowered of whatever situation or experience that you're currently going through right now. Okay? Right now. So, when you are going through these challenges in life or these experiences that you're having, you literally can snap out of it and say, I'm done with this. Now, let me back up here. Why we're having this conversation, why you're watching this video about stepping back into your power. So, on the new moon energy that came in on Friday, it was off the hook for me. And there was so much energy coming in. I was like, wow, I'm loving this. I felt the shift. I said to myself, you know what? I'm just going to hit Mercury retrograde head on and I'm going to dance with it and allow it to allow me to recreate, revamp, or reevaluate certain things. That's all I got to do. So here's the thing. So that Friday when the energy came in, I still have been just, where do I want to be? Where do I want to live? Where's my place? Blah, 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 And I kept trying to think of how I was going to, and I finally just said, well, you know what? I'm just going to be where I need to be right now. And as I am flowing in my passion of what I like doing, being of service of, and connecting to that, my place of where I need to be is coming. It's showing it. It's going to show itself. Okay. That's all I said. And I said to myself, how do I need to take the next aligned step. My divine cosmic creator, what is my next aligned step I need to take? And to be able to trust the message that I was getting. My message was, do your work. Stay where you are, do your work. I said, okay. So in my human mind, I'm thinking, okay, I gotta have money to cover this. This is not cheap. Da, 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 da. I don't want to be dipping into my savings. Da, 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 da. My head just starts going. Okay, this is example. I'm very transparent. I am telling you how my life has been, what's been going on since August. Okay, I'm going back to August when I first moved out and had to shift over to where I really want to live. Because I'm not very happy with what I see going on in California. And the stuff that's happening in California should not be happening. Period. As well as across the nation and a lot of stuff that's happening. Period. Anyway. So I said, okay, fine, Spirit. I'm going to take the next aligned action. I'm going to step into action. Taking that step. So I just said, I'm just going to be busy. I'm just going to work. Put my work out there. Like I'm always doing. Put my work out there. And the aligned souls that are ready to change, that are ready to work with me, they'll show up. That's what anything that you create. If you're an artist, if you're a singer, if you are a healer, whatever you're putting your attention to, you will draw that energy to it, whether it's good or bad. And you keep creating it. So, I just silently heard when I was just sitting quietly and I was just kind of just in that space of thinking and letting go. I heard, be your magical self. Do your magic. And I've heard that the first time a week ago, and then I heard it again. And I said, there's something about that word, magic. Be your magical self. Which means be your in tune, divine, manifested self. To be magical. To live an elemental life. Air, fire, water, earth, spirit. Boom. Step into that. Step into the power of that. That cosmic alignment of that divine super subconscious mind and higher self. Step into that. Stay activated in that. And I was like, why not? What do? I will do that for sure. Now, I'm not saying I'm not in that. I'm always in that. But there comes a time sometimes when we get a little bit kind of like complacent. You kind of just go, So you get complacent. So this is the time I can't be complacent. Pop, pop, pop. Time to go, go, go. But yet and still my body is telling me, but yeah, make sure you get rest. Make sure you nourish yourself. Make sure you recover. Make sure you take care of the temple. Okay. So because of where I stay, and let me just put this out here, I stay at the Holiday Inn Express here in Rockland. And the reason why I keep coming back to this particular hotel is because it sits on a very active portal. Just kind of like how there's an active portal at the casino that's just down the road, not too far away. Thunder Valley. That's an active one. And this is an active portal too. Oh yeah, it's active. It's active, all right. So I was thinking, I just thought, wish I had more points. If I had more points, then I could have like 2 or 3 nights free. Because I already used up some of my points. I just thought it. Okay? Just thought it. So I had helped the manager with something. And a beautiful thing happened. She turned around and gifted me 3 days free here. I was like, she goes, and here's the thing about it. This is what I loved about it. This is why we're having this conversation about stepping into your power. Because when you step into your power, everything that's waiting for you comes to you like this. It just flows to you. Your blessings, your abundance, your creativity, it all just flows to you. So next thing I know, she turns around and gifts it to me because I've been doing the Spiral Light Detox program with her. And I wanted to gift that to her. And I said, look, I want to gift you the new program that I'm doing for people, which is really easy and it's very effective and you're going to feel so much better, da 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 da. So I'm still really working with her, moving through some energies. And she was like, okay. And then boom, this happened. So boom, I get like 3 days staying. And so I'm like, thank you, Spirit, thank you. So then they started doing the paving on a property here. And I was like, uh-oh. And they said, yeah, pick your parking spot because you're not going to be able to move. If you do move your car, you're going to lose it because you're only going to have limited parking here by the hotel. Well, everybody knows I'm still working on healing my knee and it's getting so much better. Thank you. So I didn't want to be too far away where I have to worry about my knee. And I'm like, oh, I got to leave my car where it is. Trust me, there's a story. There's a reason why I'm telling you this. So I leave my car parked in the front where it is. And I have to leave it there. So anything that I need or whatever, it has to be in walking distance. Yeah. Walking. Knee. So I'm working with another client. And it's funny because I made up these frequency cards to go with the rest of her detox treatment that she was receiving. And I was charging them up and putting the energy into them. They were supercharged. And we're like, okay, let me wrap these up. I'm going to give them to her. And so next thing I know, Spirit told me, call her. And I said, okay. Right now? Yes, call her right now. And I said, okay. And I said, hey, when would you like to come by and pick up your cards from the hotel so I can make sure to give them to you? And she goes, oh, I'm going to do it on my way after I go to the grocery store. And I go, grocery store? She goes, yeah, do you need anything? Boom. I was like, OMG. Yes, I do. So I told her what I needed. And lo and behold, when she showed up, not only was I given what I wanted, I was given an abundance of it. And then in there, she gave me a beautiful Starbucks card. So I could have my chai latte and my pumpkin scone, which is my favorite to have around this time of the year. So she gives me that. She brings me this abundance of food, abundance of dishes and things that were vegan made and spicy and good. And I still have some, and I'm looking forward to having it. And lots of water and blueberry and mango smoothie juice. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much. And it was so much food. I was like, oh my God, I got to make sure I keep this, and my grapes and everything. I mean, everything that I just simply just wanted, she brought it. And I said, well, you know what? Can I pay you for it? And she says, no. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'm extending your detox program with me because I want to say thank you for what you brought to me. Thank you very much. That was 2. Okay. And this all happened on that Friday. Okay. So then I'm like, wow. Then out of the conversation, she was like, and it was really, really neat. Twice in that day, I heard the same thing. The first one was making sure I had, she wanted to cover my stay. And her words were, it's the right thing to do for someone who is doing what you're doing. It's the right thing to do. And I was like, thank you. Appreciate that. Then getting the abundance of food, it was like, it's the right thing to do. Wanting to make sure. And then I'm going to let you know, I might know someone, blah, 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 a place where you might be able to move into. I was like, okay. So when you're stepping into your power, I'm not in victimhood. I am not in lack. Nothing. I'm co-creating the life that I'm wanting to create, of abundance, of a place that I want to live where I can be of service, and to bring that in and to still live my dharma, still live my life, still be in the passion of what I want to do, stepping into your power. I don't care about what happened in the past and yesterday, because I don't need that energy pulling down what I'm creating right here. You see what I'm saying? You can't stay in your power if you're dancing around back here in the past. You can't create like that. You have to stay in your power here. Okay? So sometimes we lose our power by giving it away to situations that occur in our life. And yes, we all have those challenging things, those things that happen. We all go through them. But it's how we show up and how we react and how we connect to that keeps it what it is. Does that make sense? So here's the thing. When you're going through challenging times, when you're going through those moments where you just feel like there's no out, when you feel like there's, oh my gosh, how am I ever going to get through this? How it doesn't look like there's a day at the end. I mean, for me, I'm constantly saying to myself, okay, my place is on the way. And when something shows up and I'm like, I check in and I say, that doesn't feel good to me. I'm okay with that. And I don't want to beat myself up and say, oh, well, I have to do it. Or I have to go live there. Or I have to be there. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't have to do anything but breathe on this planet. Just breathe. And even that's automatic if you don't have any complications going on. So stepping into your power and owning it comes from that divinity and that strength within. And it's all about, I'm not going to let anybody depower me. I'm not going to let my situation depower me. Because it's really easy to get into that place and be disempowered. It's really easy to get into that place and be a victim. It's really easy to get into that place and be a drama master. Getting into your drama of life. It's really easy to do that. But when you step into your power, when you step into your magical self, when you own it, you're owning yourself. You're taking your accountability. You're taking your responsibility. You're taking your spirit of yourself back. Because you're not going to give it to the current situation that's happening that's pulling you down or making you feel less than or hurting you. You're looking at it now as, okay, is this disempowering me? Because I'm not going to be disempowered by this situation. I need to own and keep my power. And I see this as, I am woman. I am divine. I am woman. I stand in the power of who I am. That's where we are in stepping into your power. You can choose to let your energy of your current situation pull you down, and that keeps making it, or you step out of it and say, you know what? This is where I'm going to be. This is my power. This is where I'm owning it here. Boom. Pivot. Right here. Right here, right now. So where are you losing your power? And where do you need to step back into your power? So yesterday, because of all the wonderful things that happened to me on Friday, and I was very busy doing a Spiral Light detox program with several different people, having a ball. Then yesterday, when I woke up, I talked to my clients. I was working with my clients. I saw 3 people, did my work. I was done before noon. And then it was like, I was tired. And I just wanted to lay back down. But my human mind was saying, oh no, you got a lot of things you still need to work on. You should work on an outline with this. You need to work on this, blah, blah, blah. You got to create this. And, you got to get in contact with your coach and da, 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 da. And, you got to work with it. And my head was just going, don't lay down. And I said, why not? I want to lay back down. I don't want to do anything. I just want to rest. Why not? Why should I feel guilty if I want to lay down and rest? I don't have anything else needed to be accomplished. I'm allowing things to come to me. I'm going to allow everything to just come. The universe already knows what I need. The universe is already connected to what I have said and spoke and felt from here. I don't have to keep repeating myself. The universe already knows. So why not lay back? I took a nice hot bath. You guys know how I feel about my baths. Yes, please. So I took my nice hot bath, and it was a sage bath with the essential oil of sage, orange. I put a little bit more of some patchouli in there, and then I just soaked in my bath. And I laid back and just went straight into that space of creativity. And within that moment, I just felt myself just like, just let go. Just, it's okay. It's okay. Everything's okay. It's okay. So I went ahead and climbed into my big bed here and just laid there and did some infrared on my body and just kind of just laid back and drank some water and juice and ate some grapes and watched movies and just relaxed. Fell asleep off and on and relaxed. So that was stepping into power of healing. That was stepping into power of recovering, letting my body just get caught up. That was stepping into power of just being, because I didn't feel like being out there getting in all the muck and mire and being in all the gotta. I didn't feel like doing that. I didn't feel like being bothered with all that. So I really wanted to just be in the moment and just rest. Just relax and rest. And let me tell you something. That was a beautiful thing that I took the time to just rest and just be, and my mind wasn't racing. And then I had time to talk to my coach later. I was not dressed, makeup or nothing. I had hair wrapped and conditioned and pajamas on, and I'm talking to her. YouTube. I say, hey, excuse the way I look. I'm relaxing today. And she says, okay, good. How's that making you feel? I said, fantastic. Getting out of my head and not doing it. Stepping once again back into your power. So here's another tidbit. When you're stepping into your power and owning yourself, you are unstoppable. What you can create. And that means really owning it. What you want to change. how you want to move through it. How do you want to keep it? So I'm inviting each and every one of you to look at, where is your power? Where's it leaking out at? How do you want to pull that back into yourself and pull back into yourself? I have other people. It's kind of funny today. So I extended my stay, and I'm like, okay, got extra money, putting on my place stay while I'm waiting for what I'm looking for to open up. And I went through a cleaning frenzy, because if I'm in the room that I like to be in, I don't need housekeeping coming in here, cleaning and stuff. They got other things to be doing. And like I said, I'm pretty much like known here. And so I just go out and say, oh, can I have towels, please? Can I have plastic bags, please? Can I have sheets, please? And they're all looking at me, don't you want us to come and change? I go, no, I can do it. I want to do it. I want to do it myself, because it's my space for right now. And I'm happy to do that. I don't have a problem with it. It's no skin off my back. And it's fine, and it's relaxing, and it's, it's just being. So today I want you to look at, where is your power? Where's your magic? And let's go all the way back to those other videos where I did, where'd you leave your keys? Who has your keys? Who's using your keys in your door of divinity? Is it you or somebody else? Where are you finding yourself being just drained out, where you're losing yourself? Don't lose yourself. Remember who you are. I think a lot of times what happens, we get trapped in our emotions and what's happening in our life, and we want to give up. But don't give up. Don't. I could have gave up a long time ago when I left my ex-husband. And I was just an emotional wreck. I was an emotional wreck. I was sick with cancer. I was just a emotional, messed up, drained out, bankrupt, homeless, sick, walking around, couldn't even do nursing at the time because my body wouldn't let me work. And I just went downhill. And I was on the verge of giving up. And I said, I just don't think I'm going to make it. I don't think I'm going to make it through this. This is not the life I want to be in. I don't think I'm going to make it. And I remember I was pulled out on some dirt road off the side of a road, highway, somewhere. I didn't have a place to live. Something was going on. And I can't remember all the details, but I remember this one part where I was just sitting in the door of the car, and I was on the passenger side. So I had the door open. I'm sitting on the passenger side. I got the radio playing, and I remember just looking out, and I said, I had to leave. I couldn't do it anymore. And this is the final outcome of my journey. What the hell? And I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, and I just remember saying a prayer, and I said, you know what, Creator? I don't know what to do. What am I not seeing? What am I not seeing? What am I not doing? And in that moment, my radio station did this weird thing. It went click, 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 click. Shh. And then this song came on. And I want to say it's by Peter Gabriel. And it was Don't Give Up. I've never heard that song before in my life. But this song came on, and I heard the words of that song. And I remember a chill went through my body. And I just remember sitting there, and I said, wow, okay, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to let myself be dispowered. I'm going to step into the power of who I am, because my life doesn't end like this. There's more to the book. There's more to the chapter of me. It ain't over till it's over. I'm still breathing. I'm still walking. And boom, it was like right in that moment when that song was said and done, and I connected with that moment, things changed right then and there. I met the right people, alignment, place to live, got a different job. Once my immune system got back up on track that I could do, I worked in a health food store. Loved it because that was one of my ways of healing. I loved myself being able to say, you know what, I can't go work in that job right now in the hospital. Think about it. You're recovering, your immune system's down, and I'm going to go as a licensed nurse, going to work in a hospital, and I'm not even well enough to do it. I don't even have the strength to take care of somebody else. I have to take care of me, stepping back into my power of myself. So I was willing to go do something more holistic, work in a health food store. And you know what? Those 3 years that I did that was one of the best things I've ever could have did, because it taught me to trust myself. It taught me how to nourish the body. It taught me how to heal myself. I worked with some incredible, crazy ass people at that time. And it was just fun. It was just fun people I was working with. And it was just abundance. It really was. And it was a good transition bridge in my life. So I'm going to wrap this up, but I want you to look at, are you standing in your power of yourself? Because our current situation, experiences that you're having is not what makes you. It's just something that you're currently experiencing. But you can choose to let it sink you, or you can choose to let it burst you into those beautiful wings of a phoenix and transform and take your power back. Take your power back. Don't let the current situation and what's going on with you right now bring you down to the point to where you don't see yourself no more. You have to see yourself, because you are the one that holds the power to change whatever is going on. You have to see yourself. You have to look at yourself. You have to connect with yourself. You have to love yourself, and you have to trust yourself. So, with that being said, I want you to think about those things I said today. And like I said, on my channel here, on the Be So Light Tribe here, I share my things that I go through. I want you to see what I'm experiencing in my life. I want you to share whatever's going on with you. But you know what? At the end of the day, I didn't harm anybody. I didn't kill no one. I didn't kill myself. I'm laying my head down, getting ready to live life once again. And how it turns out is how I show up in it. What I do, how I make it happen, how I connect with myself, how I connect with others. And do I see the magic all around me? And do I choose to become the magic all around me? All right, lovelies. I guess that was the message. I guess that's what I was supposed to deliver today. Because I tell you what, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this is all going to pan out in the end. And I can't wait to share that with you. And I can't wait to see a lot of you in person again. Just to say, hey, how's it going? Yes, we'll have our precautions. And I want you to look up something. I said I was going to talk about this. I'm going to wrap it up with this. Have you ever noticed how Trump wears a red tie and a blue tie? Have you ever noticed that? But I want you to look up the meaning of the red pill and the blue pill through the matrix. The red pill means you want to wake up and see truth and reality, and the blue pill means you want to just stay in bliss. Remember? So I want you to pay attention to the energies of red tie Trump and a blue tie Trump. Now, I noticed that right off the bat about a couple years ago. I started paying attention to his ties, and I was like, well, wait a minute. Most, presidents, when they wear ties, they always wear the ties of their colors of what they represent. If they're Democrat or if they're Republican, whatever, they wear that. Now, keep in mind, I don't know, because I know the meaning of all that. I know, and I see the real story behind it. When you know and you see and you know what it represents, you won't participate in it because you know what it's all about. Part of ascension, part of awakening. And when you see things the way they really are, it's kind of disturbing because you're like, ooh, I was participating in that. Yikes. I don't want to do that anymore. Oh, that's a part of ascension. Being able to see truth. And sometimes it's not good when you see it, but you can't unsee it once you see it. That's all there is to it. So I invite you to pay attention. Pay attention to the red tie and the blue tie Trumps. Just saying. Just pay attention. And then look at the energy of what's being said. Go back to the matrix and look at how a red pill was being offered or the blue pill. And which one gave you the feeling? Just saying. Be very observant. I'm very observant. Don't be a part of the whole muck and mire. Just watch. Sit back and watch. Being a seer, oracle, means you sit and you watch and let it unfold in front of you. It's like a movie. Just watch. It's quite entertaining. All right. Well, with that being said, if you are interested in working through spiral light through your detox of the body with frequency light, color therapy, and 3 days with me of 20 minutes of coaching in between and seeing how your body is doing, send your email to me at 7elements.net and send it through the I am Love Spirit 377 in the front at gmail.com. All the messages, you know where to reach me. Just reach out. It's $125 for those 3 days. And the price will be going up. So have a great day. Be so light. Step into your power. And keep it. All right. Bye.